Hi everyone. Today is April 20th. There's the number 20. Can we clap to the number 20 together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake it out. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. That was very good counting. So today on Monday, April 20th, we have a new letter. And the new letter is the letter W. There's a big W and a little w. They look almost the same, only one's bigger and one's smaller. So let's talk about some things that start with the letter W. Here's a wagon. Have you ever gone for a ride in a wagon? You can sit in it and somebody can pull you. And a wagon has something that starts with W. Do you know what these things are? That's right, they're called wheels. This wagon has 4 wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4. So wagon begins with W. Oh, here's another wagon, a smaller one. It also has wheels. And this is something that's good to eat that starts with W. Watermelon. Now I have a few things here that start with W. Ooh, I'm going to give you a hint. It's something we can use to tell us what time it is. Do you know what it is? It's a watch. You put it on your wrist and you can say what time it is. Do you have your own watch? I don't have a watch. I always tell what time it is on my phone. But I borrowed this from Peter. He let me borrow his watch today. Oh, we learned about this thing when we studied the Arctic. Do you remember what this is called? That's right, it's a whale. Whale also begins with W. W says W, like wagon and wheel and watch and whale. Can the whale wear a watch? Let's see if the whale wants to know what time it is. That would be silly. What's something else that starts with W? Oh, here's something we also learned about when we studied the Arctic. We learned about the walrus. Do you remember what keeps the walrus warm? That's right, his blubber keeps him warm. And do you remember what he uses to open all the shellfish that he eats? That's right, his tusks. So there's the W for walrus. Walrus begins with W. Now here's something that can be pretty loud that starts with W. What do you do with this thing? You blow it. It's called a whistle. Are you ready? I'll do it very softly. That was very soft. I'm afraid if I do it loud, my dog will bark. Ready? Whistle. He didn't bark. And you know my dog's name starts with W too. His name is Willie. Willie. And I have one other thing here to show you that starts with W. It's not a real one. It's a rubber one, but do you know what that is? Goes in the dirt. It's a worm. Later this week we're going to learn a little bit more about worms, and I'm going to find some real ones. I'm not afraid to touch worms. Are you? What else are we going to learn about this week? Well, we'll learn about the letter W and worms, and we'll talk about our numbers again, the number 4 especially. And what else? Oh, we're going to talk about long and short, or tall and short. Okay? I have some tall lines and some short ones. Or if I put them this way, I have short ones and long ones. I want to put them this way because I want to try to make the letter W. You ready? We need 4 lines to make a W, but they're all slanted. Here we go. 1, 2. What letter does that look like? That looks like the letter V, but we're going to do it 2 more times. 3, 4. There's a W. It goes down, up, down, up. When I was little, I always thought it should be called a double V because there's two V's, but it's called a double U. And sometimes I like to call it a wubble woo so that I can remember that it says wubble woo. Can you say wubble woo? It's really a W, but we can be silly, right? Now I'll try to make a little W. Remember, it's the same thing, only it's a little smaller. I'm using shorter lines. 1, 2, 3, am I gonna fit it? 4, I just fit it. So we have big W and little w. Down, up, down, up. Now, what I really wanted to find today was a wagon, and I have a wagon outside, but it was too big to bring into my basement. So I decided to make one, because sometimes when you don't have something, you can make it. So look what I found. I found something with wheels that I can roll, and I found something that I can put on it. Look, I made a little wagon that I can pull, and I can put all my W things in. My whale, and my watch, and my whistle. I don't know if the walrus will fit. Maybe if we roll him up, he'll fit in like that. Oh, there we go. And then I can take my wagon and pull it on its wheels. There we go. So even though I didn't have a wagon to show you, I made one. Have you ever made something that you didn't have? I bet you have, because you have to use your imagination. So that's all we're going to talk about for now, the letter W, and I'm going to take a break. And you know what I'm going to eat on my break? I'm going to eat some watermelon. Juicy and sweet. All right, boys and girls, see you soon.